Peace, diehards. What's up, y'all? This is a quick podcast. I'm just doing, I'm just really responding to this Detroit trade. Detroit just traded Jerami Grant to Portland. So at the first glance, it's like, what is Portland doing? I see a lot of fans on Twitter talking about what's Portland doing. They went and got Jerami Grant. Some people are saying that it's desperate by Portland because they're trying their best to win now with what's the name, Damian Lillard. But let's look at what Detroit's doing. Detroit just dumped salary. Now they have extra salary now to try to go for a big free agent. So I mean, before I start talking about that, let's just put this up here so we can see what's going on here. This is the trade here on Twitter, of course, for Wojnarowski. So let me put it up so I can read it. Detroit traded Jerami Grant for Portland for a 2025 first round pick, which is nothing. 2025 is like a decade away. It could be like 30 years away in basketball terms because it's 2022. You're talking about 3 seasons from now that this pick is going to come into effect. So right now with Detroit trying to win and Portland trying to put something together, getting these draft picks is nothing. It's nothing to these guys. But Jerami Grant on Portland, he has like a new age power forward. He can shoot the three, play defense, and this and that. He'll play his role. He's not going to be scoring 20 points a game like he was doing in Detroit. He might though. He'll definitely be a factor. Damian Lillard is going to be the top dog. You got the Anthony Simmons dude. He's like the second fiddle there now. So if they can get some chemistry going, that's great. Like I said, Jerami Grant is the third fiddle. Now they're also talking about getting OG, whatever his name is. From Toronto. So if they're able to get him, now you're talking about a team that's going to be like a force in the West now. So that's incredible, man. So back to Detroit. They free up this cap space. So when you free up the cap space, automatically, I really didn't think like who are they going to get? Because I'm just thinking about getting rid of, Mitchell Robinson. If they want to sign Mitchell Robinson, that'd be good for them. But I'm looking at this here, man. Shout out to Hoops Central. A lot of people don't like Hoops Central because they just post stuff, but they're not making stuff up. They're just reposting stuff that other beat writers are saying around the internet, around the basketball community. So this is the post here. Detroit is heavily expected to pursue DeAndre Ayton in the open market. Whoa. Now you're talking something here. Because you're talking about DeAndre Ayton. They have a gaping hole there at center right now. They have a lot of cap space. They can sign this dude. They got Cade Cunningham. They got the other French kid, that's still trying to prove himself in the NBA. They got the other guy. I can't get his name in it, but you guys know what I'm talking about. They do have a lot of young players there. This up and coming. The player that I'm thinking about that I can't get at the moment because this is like a shotgun podcast, whatever. He just scored 50 points in one game last season, so he's a capable player. Shout out to the chat if anybody pops up, gives me that name. But he dropped 50 points last year, so you have capable players on this roster now. Draft well. If with the 5th pick, they might take Keegan Murray. That's very possible. I see people talking about Jalen Brunson and stuff like that. They might even be in play for Jalen Brunson still. But you never know in this NBA. But Detroit has plenty of room to make a lot of deals here. But just off the face value, if they get DeAndre Ayton, after trading Jerami Grant with Cade Cunningham and stuff like that, now I see a vision. I see the vision. I see what they're trying to build there. So Detroit basketball is defense. Playing inside. Shout out to the team that they won with. They won with Rasheed Wallace and Ben Wallace and this and the other. So maybe they're going to be trying to build that way with their tradition, their personal tradition, to get back to what they do best. So shout out to Dwight Blake. Dwight, I'm getting old here. So Sadiq Bey is the guy. Sadiq Bey is a good player, man. He's like parallel with RJ Barrett. I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but I mean he's very similar to RJ Barrett. Why not him become just as good as RJ Barrett one day? 20-point a game score, for an up and coming team. I can see that happening. So the reason why that I'm talking about some other team, is because I want the Knicks to pick a path and hit it. Detroit is going for the fences here. They got rid of Jerami Grant. We have our own Jerami Grant on the team. We got Julius Randle. So it would be nice if the Knicks made a decision whether or not we're going to keep him or not. So because we have all this stuff going on, But I cannot clearly see a path on which where we want to go. I know the big topic of conversation is the Knicks need to trade him to get Jaden Ivey. Okay, we traded to get Jaden Ivey, but we have so many other question marks to decide. Yes, we get the player, but we're gonna have to figure out a way to figure out how that said player is going to be utilized properly. Because once you get Jaden Ivey, then it's go time for us. So it's still a wait and see thing with the Knicks front office of what we're trying to do here. But it's very frustrating, because me and Cully was talking about it the other day. Me and State talk about it all the time. A team like Utah, a team like just go down not Utah, Denver, and various other teams that made trades recently. Portland, the Pelicans. All these teams drew a line in the sand and say, listen, we're going for it. This is how we want to play. And that's it. They're not trying to, copy the Golden State Warriors. They're not trying to copy Boston. They're not trying to copy Giannis and those guys. They have their own particular set of circumstances, and they drew a line in the sand. They said, bang, this is where we're going. Damian Lillard's we're not trading him. So we're going to double down and build around him. So trading for that 7th pick, I think that's dead for Portland. Portland is gonna draft that player. I think. Maybe they might trade that 7th pick for OG. We'll see. That's a possibility, and I think that's even. That's pretty even. You send that 7th pick over with maybe an extra player for OG, a young player for OG, not Anthony Simmons, of course, but you do that, and now that's something that Toronto would welcome. Send OG over there because they kind of have too many forwards over there, so it clears their logjam and then hooks up Portland with that extra score. Now you're talking about Jerry Grant, OG with Damian Lillard, and Anthony Simmons. Holy shit! That's incredible, man. Is it championship level? Look at Boston. Is Boston championship level? Boston was below the Knicks at one point of last season. So it only takes a turn of events for teams to project up or project down. So I mean, making these moves here can put Portland in a spot to compete for a championship next year. It's crazy, man. Detroit, it sets Detroit up. It pushes Detroit above us if they get DeAndre Ayton. So I mean, this is very cool to see around the league because I got respect for Detroit. I got respect for other fans around the league. I'm not just a selfish Knicks fan where I just want my team to be successful. I would like other teams to be successful too because when we come up, I don't want to just walk through the park the way LeBron did when he went to Miami. I want the smoke. I want to battle other teams. I want Sadiq Bey. Thank you once again for reminding me of the guy's name. Sadiq Bey. I want Sadiq Bey to battle RJ Barrett, bro. That's what dreamers are made of, man. Reggie Miller versus John Starks. Patrick Ewing versus Rick Smits. Come on, man. This is what we live for as fans of basketball. You know what I'm saying? So if Detroit is coming up, I want to come up with them, bro. We cannot miss another era of basketball, man. We have to jump on the not the bandwagon, but we need to jump on the wave for this new age basketball is this about to come on. I'm prepared to play against Boston for the next few years. Prepare for Detroit. They're on their way up. The time is now for the Knicks to draw that line in the sand. I know the draft is coming tomorrow. It is so important, these moves that we're doing, that these teams are doing, that we need to, like I said, draw that line in the sand and just hit it. Because Julius Randle with Tom Thibodeau still playing the same offense and everything, no changes into going into next year, and all we do is draft at number 11 and we don't make no moves. That cannot happen, man. That cannot happen. We need to grow up as a franchise with this regime. They've been doing the right thing. Drafting well. Respect to them. They've been doing well, making sure that the contracts are not so crazy. They're all movable contracts and stuff. We have all our draft picks going forward. So now it's time to grow up, figure out what you want to do, and then hit that hole. Hit it like football. Open up the hole and then just go for it, man. Whatever they decide to do and they double down on it and they just go for it, I think every Knicks fan will be happy about it. I know everybody wants Jaden Ivey. That's going from 11 all the way up to 4 is where you think we need to go. To the Kings, maybe the Kings are not with that. Maybe the Kings think that they can draft Jaden Ivey and he could be the star of their team because he is that good. Why does Sacramento have to trade with us? They don't have to. So just temper your expectations as far as that. But regardless of the fact, if a trade is there for the Knicks to make, and it could shift our franchise in one direction or another, then we need to freaking hit it, no matter what it is. Like I said, I'm not going to be against the Knicks whether or not they choose to double down on the Julius Randle side and Tom Thibodeau, or if they want to double down on what they're doing with the youth. Pick a side and just hit it. Because I think no matter what they decide, we're going to end up in the same trajectory. It's not going to make us worse or better, if we choose either side. I think both sides, if you make a decision, it's going to send us down the same path and the same speed into the same direction. So this is a shotgun podcast. I don't mean to be on here too long because I want you guys to come back at 9 p.m. We're actually going to do a final mock draft. So for everyone listening, I'll be back on again at 9 p.m. Hopefully with the Guard Up Knicks podcast. If there's a little delay, please bear with us. But that's the hope for tonight. But right now, there's other teams out there doing their thing, and shout out to the Detroit fans. I'm not hating. I'm congratulating. I'm happy for you guys. I know guys that follow basketball and whatever over there. I know that those guys love basketball too. I know they see the vision now. They see the vision. So I hope you guys get what you need. I hope you guys get what you're asking for. But get ready, man, because I'm hoping that our Knicks are going to be pushing that button, and we're going to be coming for you. So you come for us, we come for you, and we'll see you guys hopefully in the playoffs, and hopefully we'll see you online here, chopping it up on Twitter, and hopefully on our channel here, DHKP podcast. And it is what it is, man. So Evu out once again. I'm going to come back on at 9 p.m. to do a final mock draft with Guard Up Knicks and State. So I see you guys in a few. 4 fingers to the forehead, tucking the thumb salute. Let me get this out so you can see me. And I see you guys later, man. Peace. Shout out to the chat. I see you guys, man. So, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Shout out to Geraldine. You got Shaw Powers. A bunch of guys here, man. Astro Off the Chain, Mike Johnson. Shout out to Dwight Blake for helping me out. A couple other guys here down here at the end. You got MIG. You got Payback Carter. UBG. I see you guys, man. Thanks for contributing to the thing. Brendan Dezen. So I see you guys at 9. You were out. See you guys later.